Right now, a snow squall is set to move through southern Wisconsin, making for a slippery evening commute. Dana Fulton has the latest on traffic conditions.
Also, Quadrin Wilson makes his first court appearance on drug charges, something his attorney has wondering why now.
And we're following the latest on tensions between Ukraine and Russia. U.S. officials now say an attack could happen within days. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. All right, that snow squall making its way through southern Wisconsin, bringing with it snow and also some powerful winds.
Here's a live look at the DOT camera. This is on I-94, just north of Toma. The system could make for a messy commute as it moves south over the next few hours. Meteorologist Dana Fulton joins us now on the weather patio with the latest. Dana?
Right now, it's still dry for us on the patio in Madison, but the winds picking up significantly just over the last about 30 to 40 minutes or so. Again, the steady band of snow we've been watching already through the La Crosse area and starting to move closer to the Dells and Baraboo. Camp Douglas seeing some quick, heavy bursts of snow right now, and Black River Falls getting a clearing sky. This is going to continue to build southeast. It looks like a snow squall warning just extended to include north of the Dells, but Sauk County and Richland County not quite included in that just yet. They've been issuing these downstream in front of the snow as it has been moving in, so it's something we're going to keep an eye over the next 20 minutes or so. Expecting this line to get closer to Dane County at about 5:30 to 5:40. Visibility north right now reduced significantly. We're still good in southern Wisconsin, but as this line does build in, we're going to watch our visibility drop quite quickly. Wind speeds generally in the 20s coming from the southwest. Wind gusts picking up even higher than that, close to 30 miles per hour in Mineral Point and in Janesville right now, about 28 for Platteville. So it is very windy outside. Even when the snow isn't falling, that wind will lead to blowing and drifting snow concerns on our rural roads. So we do have wind advisories in effect for this evening and tonight, extending throughout southern Wisconsin and central Wisconsin included in that. Up to the north, we've had several reports of crashes and road closures in Eau Claire and the Wausau areas. Unfortunately, our data doesn't extend all the way in that direction, but as we look throughout Dane County right now, we're seeing the usual Friday delays along the Beltline, east and westbound, slowing down quite a bit. Again, the snow not into our area just yet, but if you do have the opportunity to get on the roads earlier this evening, I think it would be a good idea because these road conditions will deteriorate pretty quickly as the snow squall builds. In downtown Madison, no major delays at this hour, and downtown Janesville actually looks fairly smooth for us, as does 3990 through Rock County and Dane County. For a closer look at what is actually going on our roadways right now, I do want to send it over to our photographer Lance with a live drive currently of the Beltline conditions. Lance?
Well, yeah, Dana, I'm approaching the south side of Madison here near the Arboretum, and it is all clear, as you said, but yes, it is windy. I can feel the gusts coming in and out, and when that snow does start to fall, it's going to cause problems. So, you know, for those of you head home on a Friday night, we want you to enjoy your weekend. So let's take it easy, and with that, I'll set it back to you.
All right, Lance, thank you. Here's a wider look at road conditions in Wisconsin right now. You can pretty much see where that snow has already fallen on the DOT's 511 map. Multiple crashes and closed highways in Wausau and Eau Claire along the squall line. The exclamation points on the 511 map mark those accidents. Now, the red area, that's an issue. That means ice covered. The purple is where things have gotten slippery. The blue to the north, that is snow covered, and this has been moving southeast as the system makes its way from the Twin Cities area throughout the afternoon. Travel along the interstate up toward Minneapolis would be hazardous if you're heading that way tonight.
You can stay up to date on the latest road conditions on our First Warn Forecast Weather app. It has hourly forecasts and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather.
Breaking at this hour, the Dane County Sheriff has released more information on the shooting of Quadrin Wilson. They have identified two officers who shot Wilson. Both were DCI agents. They also say Wilson was not armed at the time. So why now? That is the question from Quadrin Wilson's attorney today after his client was accused of selling drugs that killed someone in an overdose.
Wilson appeared in Dane County Court today. He now faces a felony count of delivering narcotics. However, this charge does not mention the shooting incident and leaves questions about why nearly 24 officers were needed to arrest him. Brady Mallory takes us to court to show us what we've learned. Brady?
Well, according to the criminal complaint filed just today, someone passed out in a McDonald's on Milwaukee Street in Madison last April. That person later died. Well, prosecutors think Wilson sold someone fentanyl masked as heroin, which the victim then took. The victim's friend gave detectives a description and a pair of phone numbers, which led them to Wilson. Wilson's attorney argued the state's case is thin. Wilson's ID came through circumstantial evidence. His attorney also questioned why the charge comes nearly a year after the victim died and why it was filed only after police shot Wilson on February 3rd.
I don't think they've confirmed anybody's identity. I think they threw a criminal complaint together. And there's no, at McDonald's surveillance, there's no information that a light-skinned black male was depicted anywhere on video. And if we're going to find that he's responsible because he's a light-skinned black male, and there are probably thousands of those, I find that disturbing.
The state asked for a $5,000 bond. Well, the judge eventually set his bond at $1,000, but it's a moot point. Wilson cannot post bond right now due to violating his probation, so he'll stay in the Dane County Jail.
Brady, thank you. Monroe fire officials have identified the man killed in a fire earlier this week. Crews discovered the body of 63-year-old Rick Miles Tuesday morning. They were responding to a fire at a home in the 2600 block of 8th Avenue. Miles' home, 2 vehicles, and a neighboring home are considered a total loss. The Red Cross is currently helping 2 people displaced by the fire find a place to stay. It's unclear what caused the fire at this time. Investigators have also identified a man killed in a 4-vehicle crash on Highway 14. The Dane County Medical Examiner says 41-year-old Lars Otterson died of his injuries sustained in the crash. 4 drivers were involved in the incident yesterday after one car crossed the center line and hit 2 vehicles. It's unclear which vehicle Otterson was driving at the time of the crash.
Wisconsin Department of Health officials have confirmed the first COVID-related death in a child under the age of 10.
There's no way of telling if it might be brewing and you might actually come down with it at some particular point. It usually has to result in, again, that lingering fever and some of the symptoms.
We're told the child was from southern Wisconsin. Health officials say the child developed multi-system inflammatory syndrome, or MISC. It is a rare condition associated with COVID, causes inflammation in parts of the body that can affect a child's heart, lungs, kidney, brain, and other organs. Officials also say MISC symptoms typically begin 2 to 6 weeks after COVID exposure and include a lingering fever and then chest and abdominal pain.
Well, when you book a venue for a big event more than a year in advance, you expect it to be there for you. So what happens when 2 people book the same venue on the same day?
Families in Sun Prairie are finding out. Some say the district's remedy is hardly fair. Brad Hamilton is with us to explain. Brad.
Susan and Eric, Sun Prairie booked the Alliant Energy Center for this year's graduation back in April of 2021, but families found out just last night that the date they thought would be has now changed, leaving some with an impossible decision to make.
Congratulations. Feel free to throw your cap.
Graduation day. It's something that Maddie Wirtz-Olson has been looking forward to for a while now.
As the year goes on and on, they talk about like the senioritis, where all you're sort of looking forward to is like graduation day.
But now she may have to decide if tossing her cap with her fellow friends and classmates is more important than competing for the right to go to state and track.
Then hear that you would have to pick between 2 things you've looked forward to was like saddening and angering and like disheartening all at once.
In a letter to parents last night, the Sun Prairie School superintendent explained the district had to move the high school graduation up a day from May 27th to May 26th. Apparently, the host site, the Alliant Energy Center, double booked the 27th with Bratfest. The district says it looked at other options, but between the AEC's roof, parking, and ample space, it made more sense to stick with the site and just shift the day, competing with the track sectionals. With Wirtz-Olson's track sectional final scheduled for May 26th, her father Scott says this puts their daughter in an impossible situation.
Do you go to graduation and skip postseason of your last year as a varsity athlete? That's not fair to ask. The original date that was put on the calendar avoided all these conflicts.
Maddie's dad, Scott, is frustrated by the dilemma and the fact that he already ordered invitations that now have the wrong date. Despite the district's pledging to make accommodations for track athletes, his family hopes it's not too late for the district to come around.
The teachable moment here is that you advocate for what you think is right and she's advocating in the school building today, and I'm advocating with you.
We will have that entire message from school officials posted on our website, channel3000.com.
All right, Brad, thank you. We keep hearing the term full forensic physical cyber audits of elections as being thrown around by political candidates, most recently Representative Tim Rantham for governor.
Now, you may wonder what that actually is. In a wide-ranging sit-down with Chief Elections official Megan Wolfe today, Naomi Coles explains. Naomi?
In the world of election experts, plain and simple, that's not really a thing. The law allows for audits, recounts, reviews, certifications, and more. But both technically and legally, forensic or cyber audits, the kind you hear called for again and again, don't have a real meaning in the actual election administration world.
So that is not a term that exists in statute. That is not a term that exists as sort of a term of art in election administration. There are terms that do mean a review of an election, but that term is not something that exists in the election or the statutory vocabulary.
This week, Megan Wolfe and a top election staffer testified to a legislative committee, knocking down claim after claim presented to that same committee by a convicted felon. This Sunday on For the Record, sit down with both of them as we discuss how they're handling claims of election fraud and what you should know as you sort fact from fiction.
All right, look forward to it, Naomi. Thank you. U.S. and NATO leaders now say a Russian attack into Ukraine could happen within days.
They're working to build solidarity with NATO and pushing diplomacy as the world awaits Russia's next move. Skylar Henry has the latest.
Air raid sirens filled the air in parts of eastern Ukraine Friday, and a bomb ripped through a car outside a government building. Pro-Russian rebels are ordering residents to load onto buses, evacuating them to Russia. There has been shelling in the region over the past few days, and U.S. officials have warned the simmering conflict here could be a spark for a Russian attack. But Russian President Vladimir Putin said Friday his forces along Ukraine's border are there defensively. U.S. and European officials estimate they number about 190,000. Putin is also demanding NATO not allow Ukraine to join its alliance. Members of NATO and other world leaders are meeting in Germany, where Vice President Kamala Harris is pushing for diplomacy.
We are also committed, if Russia takes aggressive action, to ensuring there will be severe consequence in terms of the economic sanctions we have discussed.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is visiting NATO countries. He's now in Lithuania, and earlier he met with U.S. troops in Poland. Austin says he's seen no sign Russia is pulling back any of its troops.
Moving closer to the border, dispersal of troops, increasing logistical capabilities.
Here at the White House, President Biden hosted a call with U.S. allies about the crisis in Ukraine. He believes a Russian attack could be imminent.
We believe that they will target Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, a city of 2.8 million innocent people. If Russia pursues its plans, it will be responsible for a catastrophic and needless war of choice.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov have agreed to meet in Europe next week, but only if there's no invasion. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Defense Secretary Austin also spoke with his Russian counterpart by telephone to discuss a diplomatic path forward.
Up next at 5, former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter is sentenced to just 2 years in prison for the shooting death of Dante Wright.
Coming up, reaction from Wright's family and why they say the sentence is not enough. And later, 2 young Wisconsin siblings are honored after jumping into action to save their grandmother's life. We'll have the details coming up at 6.
Don't miss the biggest mattress sale this weekend. The Mattress Marathon is at Ashley's biggest President's Day sale. Get the guaranteed best offer at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Only at Ashley.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back at the Alliant Energy Center Expo Hall in Madison, February 25th through the 27th. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with new gear. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with awesome seminars. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with hard-to-find boats. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with family activities. Go to wifishingexpo.com for details. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Outdoor News, Don's Marine, Fox Sports 1070 The Game, Lucas Oil, and Explore Lacrosse.
Supply chain backlogs, inflation, agitation.
Here's an idea. If we make things here in America, supply chain issues won't be a thing anymore. That's exactly how we built the Bucks Arena, by having 80% of the materials come from Wisconsin. We did the same by paying higher wages. That's how you know, as your senator, I'll get things done. Raising people's wages, make things in America finally stand up to China. I'm Alex Lazary, and I approve this message because it's time to put more money in the pockets of working people.
This weekend only, get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 65% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in-store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin is on now at Ashley.
Tonight at 6, we'll reveal new data on the number of people in Dane County who have been infected with coronavirus more than once. Also, find out what charges Quadren Wilson is facing as he makes his first court appearance. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the First One Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info, keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified most accurate team. First One Weather, only on News 3 Now.
We're taking a live look at road conditions right now on 94 near County O. As you can see, it is incredibly shaky. The camera view there from our winds coming through. Very high winds expected for us this afternoon. We're going to continue keeping a close eye on these road conditions as our snow squall continues to build into southern Wisconsin.
All right, Dana, thank you very much. We'll keep an eye on that. During an emotional sentencing hearing, former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter learned how long she will spend in jail.
Chris Wynn has more.
In Minnesota, sentencing day in the case of former Brooklyn Center police officer Kimberly Potter.
It is the sentence and judgment of this court that you shall be committed to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 24 months.
The defendant was found guilty in December of 2 counts of manslaughter. Potter, a 26-year police veteran, testified that she mistook her gun for her taser when she fatally shot Dante Wright, a 20-year-old black man, during a traffic stop last spring.
A police officer who was supposed to serve and protect so much took so much away from us. She took our baby boy with a single gunshot through his heart. She shattered mine.
During the hearing, Potter addressed Wright's family, asking for forgiveness.
I pray for Dante and all of you many, many times a day.
Wright's family previously asked the judge to hand down the maximum sentence, which he opted not to do, citing the uniqueness of the case.
She never intended to hurt anyone. Her conduct cries out for a sentence significantly below the guidelines.
Under Minnesota law, Potter is required to serve 2/3 of her sentence in prison. With good behavior, she'll be eligible for supervised release for the other third.
I walk out of this courthouse feeling like people are laughing at us because this lady got a slap on the wrist.
I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
And as we mentioned, a snow squall making its way across Wisconsin, a mess on our roads. Here's Dana with more details.
Right now, these light flurries starting to move into parts of Dane County and Rock and Greene County. The second band, though, that's what we're keeping a close eye on. That's the one that's bringing bursts of very heavy snowfall along with high winds and reduced visibility for areas that's already passed through Eau Claire, Wausau, and La Crosse, where we had reports of significant accidents near Eau Claire and La Crosse areas. Snow squall warning warning in effect for Adams, Juneau, Monroe, and Vernon County, so just north of the Dells right now. That goes until 6 o'clock. These warnings have been issued in front of the snow as it's been building in. Again, this is just to the northwest, but we're expecting as we get closer to about 5:30, 5:40, the leading edge of the slide will be at the northwestern corner of Dane County, and it's going to impact our road conditions, expecting those to deteriorate quite quickly. Notice some mixed precipitation for our southwestern counties where temperatures are close to 40 degrees. We're at 36 right now in Madison, 32 in Janesville and in the Dells. So we could also deal with a little slippery roads for us, again, in our southwestern counties. Visibility still good throughout most of southern Wisconsin, but it's starting to be reduced for us, again, where the light snow is building in. On top of the bursts of heavy snowfall, we also have to keep in mind the wind with this. We have wind advisories in effect throughout southern Wisconsin for this evening and tonight. So even once the snow does pass through, the threat for blowing and drifting snow is going to exist for us through the rest of the evening. So look at the timing for this. Starts to build in again to the northwest corner of Dane County as we get closer to about 5:30, 5:40. Clearing through Dane County, though, once we get about 7 o'clock and most of Janesville at that point. So it's very quick moving. This isn't going to be a prolonged event, but during that period of time, it's going to be pretty dangerous to be out on the roads because of that drop in visibility. High winds expected as this clears out later in the evening. Overnight, temperatures will fall to the single digits. For Saturday afternoon, plan on colder afternoon highs in the upper teens. In general, our accumulation totals expected to stay under an inch, generally about a half of an inch to 3/4 of an inch for us throughout the area. For Monday, we're keeping a close eye next week for the possibility for another winter storm to build in. Right now, this puts the light snow right over southern Wisconsin, possibly some freezing rain mixing in along the state line with Illinois into Tuesday, and this wraps up late Tuesday into Wednesday. Because of that timing and the messy conditions along with that, we're issuing an alert day for us for Monday night and into Tuesday, so adding that into the forecast. The potential there is just very confident for a winter storm to build in. For tomorrow, high temperatures will be in the upper teens, a mostly sunny sky for our Saturday. It is going to be colder outside, though. Thankfully, on Sunday, if you're hoping for more mild temperatures, that will arrive for the second half of the weekend. We'll be in the mid to upper 40s, breezy outside for Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, that's when we're keeping an eye on a winter storm to build in Monday night and into Tuesday, and that's going to lead to cooler temperatures for the back half of the work week. I do want to take another quick look at our traffic conditions right now on the Beltline. A few slowdown spots, but Dane County looks pretty smooth for us currently. Downtown Madison, no major delays, nothing out of the norm for a Friday evening. And as far as Janesville goes and north and southbound on the interstate right now, still all green. But I just caution folks as this line does build in again over the next about 20 minutes, continuing until 7 o'clock. Road conditions are going to deteriorate pretty quickly due to the visibility and the wind coming through our area. And we'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
As much as we try to plan in life, there's always the unexpected. At the Burrish Group at UBS, we're ready. Ready with a team of financial advisors that help you with your financial life, to help you plan for the good times and manage the surprises, with strategies designed to help maintain your lifestyle and stay the course. Give us a call today to start the conversation.
Shop the President's Day sale and save at Grand Appliance. Great deals like this Samsung 4.5 cubic foot front load washer with steam for just $748, or this 22 cubic foot LG French door fridge for just $1398. But that's not all. Exclusively at Grand, you can also add up to $250 in extra savings on select purchases of our most popular brands. Don't wait. Shop online or in store at Grand Appliance, the appliance experts since 1930.
Just 2 pills for all-day pain relief. Aleve it and see what's possible. And also try Aleve X topical pain relief.
My daughter has type 2 diabetes, and lately, I've seen this change in her.
Once-weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C. It lowers blood sugar from the first dose, and you could lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
The President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture is one of the biggest sales of the year, now with special doorbusters. Starting Sunday, get incredible doorbuster deals, like a modern sofa chase with a free lift-top table, all while they last.
Wow. Wow is right.
Deals up to 60% off list throughout the store. Find a great accent piece, a warm fireplace, an amazing recliner. One of the best times to buy furniture. The huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
We're USA Insulation, and our premium injection foam turns your cold and drafty house into a warm and toasty home. Call now and save $500 on whole home insulation.
USA Insulation.
Here's a live look right now at 39 and 51, right at Wisconsin 54. Road conditions not too slick just yet. Visibility doesn't look too bad with the camera. Shaky a few times, again, due to our high winds. We're going to keep an eye on road conditions as the snow squall does continue to approach southern Wisconsin.
All right, Dana, thank you. Parents are left scrambling for a replacement after a major recall of infant formula.
Yeah, that formula has made some infants sick and led to the death of at least one child. Bradley Blackburn has more.
Like any new mom, Carrie Caprino wants to make sure her baby gets the nutrition he needs. 6-month-old Frankie requires a special formula.
He has reflux, and he also has a milk protein allergy. So he needs to be on this formula.
Caprino has a full month's supply, but just learned the brand she uses called Elicare is being recalled.
When I keyed in the codes on the website, on the Similac website, all of the cans that I have were recalled.
Elicare is one of 3 Abbott brands now under recall. They also include Similac and Alimentum, all powder formulas that were manufactured at the same plant in Michigan, with expiration dates after March 31st. Federal officials are now investigating 4 reports of infants who were hospitalized after consuming Abbott formula, including one who died. All the children had Chronobacter or Salmonella infections.
If they have had exposure to contaminated formula, look out for fever, any kind of abnormal behavior, diarrhea.
While Abbott says no distributed product has tested positive for the presence of either of these bacteria, they are voluntarily recalling them anyway.
I panicked.
Brino's son shows no symptoms, but she's now scrambling for an alternative.
I know you're concerned and you're taking all the right steps, but it is an alarming thing for you as a new mom.
Yes, and I did cry last night. And my husband said, "Why are you crying?" And I said, "Because this is panicking. Like, I have to find this formula. How is he going to eat? What am I going to feed him?"
The FDA says parents should stop using recalled formula and call their pediatrician if they're concerned about symptoms. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And a final weather check after a short break.
Don't miss the biggest mattress sale this weekend. The Mattress Marathon is at Ashley's biggest President's Day sale. Get the guaranteed best offer at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Only at Ashley.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Put
What do a 20-ounce Coca-Cola and a Quick Trip take-home meal have in common? Besides that they're both delicious, they earn you chances to win a brand new Chevy Tahoe in our Coca-Cola Scratch Game. They play the Scratch Game in your Quick Rewards app, and you could win a Chevy Tahoe or other great prizes. Play for free daily in your Quick Rewards app, or purchase any Quick Trip take-home meal, 20-ounce Coca-Cola, or Smart Water to receive even more chances to play and win. Play the Coca-Cola Scratch Game today, and you can eat, drink, and scratch your way behind the wheel of a new Chevy Tahoe.
Trains are coming to Madison, in miniature that is, at the 54th Mad City Model Railroad Show, February 19th and 20th at the Alliant Energy Center. Get caught up in 90,000 square feet of trains, clinics, and exhibits, with almost 300 vendor tables featuring train merchandise, toys, hobby supplies, railroad antiques, collectibles, and much more. Many door prizes and 4 train sets will be given away each day. It's a great entertainment value for the whole family. Saturday and Sunday, February 19th and 20th at the Alliant Energy Center. Save online.
But Senator Ron Johnson is putting...
You know what's interesting? Liberal groups have already spent $12 million falsely attacking me and engaging in the politics of personal destruction. Their allies in the media have dutifully piled on. Why? Because they can't defend the disastrous results of their policies. During this campaign, I intend to discuss issues that impact your life. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message because I'm concerned about inflation, open borders, and rising crime, just like you.
Menards is your complete plumbing and bathroom headquarters. Nobody has more Richmond water heaters in stock. Tankless water heaters are energy efficient and perfect for small spaces. Save big money on Richmond tankless water heaters. Then give your bath a makeover. The Elate frameless shower door by Kohler creates a sleek, minimalist look. It's available in a matte black, bright silver, or matte nickel finish to suit any style. On sale for $589.99 now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This weekend only, get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 65% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in-store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin is on now at Ashley.
Thank you for joining us. We'll have more forecast updates in 30 minutes.